Hello folks, how are we all doing? Took me a hot minute to put this little scene together, and I think this should be a pretty interesting video. A lot of people have been talking about inflation lately, and of course ever since the big Wu flu pandemic. Oh, now I'm going to get censored by YouTube. But as we all know, there's been tons of money printing, unprecedented in history, even modern history, and that's a high bar to go over that even. But wanted to take a look back in time and just see what things costed or cost 100 years ago, you know. So put some money here before us. It's real money, you know, gold and silver. We got some copper token money. Just a couple older bills I had lying around. I'd like to get into bill searching. I found this old bill in my change. You don't see too many that older style these days anymore. It was 1977-20. This was just an older foreign. This one's kind of interesting too because you have these 20 franc coins. 20 francs used to be a little gold coin. I think it's close to 0.2 ounces of gold, maybe a little less. And I'll talk about that too because what we're going to look at, I'll just get to the point, is this book here. Now, as I put it in frame, I realize we could be short on space. I'll have to see what I can do here. But yeah, that's interesting. I didn't try to see if we could get the books in frame. But yeah, as you can see, these old catalogs show you old prices from bygone era. And some of the items, you might see some old pocket knives. I'm a bit of a knife collector too, but this is how they would have built them. Bone covers and nice nickel silver bolsters, pinched and lined. That's how they would have made them. Some jigging, some nice colorations, brass pivots, brass liners, carbon steel. Took some nice craftsmen, but here, let's do this. I'm just going to grab something I can rest it on because I know I'm probably going to need a little bit more height. Of course, I got like a 40-pound box of coins here. Let me try putting it on top of that. And I should be able to splice videos, but I'm just incredibly lazy. Haven't found a good video editing device, so we'll try this. This will give me a little more maneuvering room with the camera, hopefully. So, put those aside. This is the one I want to look at because I've got a slightly larger one here. And yeah, we'll talk about prices, how they used to be back in the day. See if I can find a decent camera shot while we're doing it. There we go, that seems fairly secure. Take another sip of coffee here. So you haven't tuned out yet, you're still watching to see what the heck is this guy going to talk about. We got our pile of money spread out before us. Yeah, I was going to look at some of the coins real quick. I mean, real money. This was $1. American silver dollars. Now you see the French coins are similar. They're ever so slightly smaller. Pretty much the same size as a silver dollar. We call them a crown size coin. This is actually a crown. This is only 50%. It's all marked up. Crowns were slightly larger than $1. And it's interesting. A franc was basically 1/5 of a US dollar, because this is 5 francs. And we could say it's about a dollar-sized coin. So, but a pound, I believe it was 4 or 5 times as valuable as a dollar, because, well, if you had 4, this is basically a quarter of an ounce, and this is 1 pound, 1. And if you had a double eagle, which I don't, this is a half eagle, $5 gold piece. It'd be $20 on a double eagle, and that would be essentially 4 sovereigns. So 20 divided by 4, 5 to 1. Interesting, huh? And the crown, this would have been, I guess, 1/4 of a pound. Hope I got that math right. Anyways, I brought out the silver dollars. See some other ones on the table there, just because I consider any of these nice looking coins, anything that's a crown size silver coin, basically consider that like a silver dollar. Even a nice little Canadian one. These are a nice looking coin. I really like it. Very nice. It's funny, they even had milk spotting fairly prevalent back in the day. We got some fractionals. Yeah, I brought out some pennies. Token money is pretty interesting. It's just interesting if you had like a box of pennies today. It's $25. It's that little box. You know, it's kind of heavy, but think about it, back in the day, that would have been worth over, you know, a $20 gold piece plus one of these. Imagine having that amount of value in a penny box. It's just insane. It's a couple pounds of copper. And of course, the token money, you know, it wasn't really intrinsically worth that much gold. But, yeah, so this was an interesting book. I got this on eBay, I think. They got a lot of different editions and runs. Very interesting. One of the largest commercial buildings. Got Sears Roebuck. I think that was Chicago. The Plains, Jefferson. Hopefully I don't damage these coins flipping over them. Cheapest supply house. The only bad part, look at that price. It cost 50 cents to get a catalog. You know, it wasn't probably too soon after that they would send you catalogs for free. But that was kind of expensive. You got a lot of value in here, though. Whole wide range of items. Pretty much anything you could want. Heck, I think you could even pretty much order or buy a house in here. Let me try to shift this camera around a little. Give myself a tad more real estate. And kind of hard. I'm behind quite a few angles here. Some interesting stuff in here. And of course, with my camera situations, it's going to be a little bit tricky here. See your shipping prices. Now I'm with you guys. I'm looking behind the camera, so pretty cool. This is what an order slip would have looked like. This is an exact copy of an order written on a regular order blank. National City Bank of New York. Surplus of $15,700,000. Prices there, $11.71. Now look, actually, though, they wrote their items on there. It's kind of cool. Name of articles wanted. Book on modern blacksmithing. 68 cents. Ooh, gold-filled bracelet. Huh. $2. Long range. Ooh, gun, 12 gauge. Long gauge winner. gun, 12 gauge, 30 inch, $3.98. Wow. Something about coffee, roasted coffee special, $2.10. Okay. Some laundry soap, $2.95. This is only a facsimile. Very cool. So as you can see, things were a lot cheaper back then. Let's look at our payment types. Draft or check, post office money order, express money order. Notice to customers, don't fail to read the instructions. Very, very cool. What's this, a check? The Corn Exchange, National Bank. I think there's a couple. Those bank checks. Oh, those are reputation reviews from banks. Okay. Get right into it. So we got some paints, or tea. Got some teas. And the paints. That's interesting. Watch and jewelry. Some of you guys might be interested in the watches. I know. Kind of a popular thing these days. How gold fill cases on watches. Interesting. Got some very fine tools. You can see some of the prices there, you know. Very cheap. Let's take a look at these watches here. $0.94 and up. American watch. I like that one. So on the top left, better than ever. Stem wide. Look at this. Premium materials, 94 cents. Nickel plated, metal watch. Patent lever movement. Runs 30 to 36 hours. Guaranteed American made. Stand to rougher usage. Remember your boy. Get one of these watches for less money. We got this. The Alaskan silver. American stem. Silver case. Handsome. Yeah, very cool. Some Swiss watch. Calendar watch. $5. Now you're getting pricey. Swiss watches. And on the right, yeah, that's something. Coin silver American watches, 900 fine. That's very interesting. Oops, jostling my camera. I'm trying to take a sip of coffee. These are a little more expensive. Some of these are really expensive. What in the heck? Strange. $37 one of these? Holy moly. That was like almost 2 ounces of gold. I guess if you have it engraved and maybe if you put some gemstones in it. Yeah, some nice looking stuff. A lot of watches. Lots of timepieces in here. Imported chatelaine watches. Some bracelets for your watch. Neck chains. Some rings. Anybody want to look at that page? Some wedding bands, maybe. Best quality 14 karat gold rings. Pretty cheap looking. Oh, gold filled. Maybe they're like plated. Yeah, these gotta be like plated. Oh, silver thimbles. That's cool. Solid silver thimble, 25 cents. So probably has like almost a little less than a quarter worth of silver. Very cool. You don't see too many thimbles these days because people don't repair their clothing. It's cheaper to buy a new shirt. Canes, very nice canes. Jeez. These are cool. These almost look like Roman intaglios. Charms. Stonemasons. Silverware. Special offer, $5. Complete set of 26 pieces for $4.55. This gotta be like silver plated. Yeah, I mean it doesn't say sterling, so because it gotta be more money. Find silver plated ware, yeah. Now these ones, these might be sterling. Napkin rings. Very fascinating book to look through, you know, to check old prices. Some crazy clocks. They're pretty cheap. $4, $3.75. These. $4.50 buys a $7 walnut clock. Look at that clock. Yeah, it's not like a made in China piece of junk either. Crystalline lenses. Primitive glasses wear. Got your eye protectors. Your German reading glass. 65 cents. Opera glasses. Wow. That is something. Must have had a weak magnification. Those are all opera glasses. Ooh, cool stuff here. Some field glasses. How much are those? $7. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. I like the telescopes. That'd be cool. Telescope with sunshade. This is when you go out in your wooden ship, cruising the seas. Black Beauty telescope. We've had this telescope especially designed for as by the leading telescope maker of Paris. Most distinctive features the appearance, splendid instrument. Very cool, very cool. Ooh, some nice compasses and microscopes. How much was a compass? $3.50, $4. Surveyors equipment. You could get anything in here. Photography was brand new technology, and you know they used silver plating, so some of the stuff I think was pretty expensive. The photography equipment. Probably the film, you know. Cameras were kind of cheap. Telegraph instruments. Wow. Batteries. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. Did you put these in your house? Let's read it. To those who are about to start in life, either ladies or gentlemen, there is nothing the present time which offers better inducements than telegraphy. Smallest salaries are paid are about $35 per month, but the salaries usually paid are from 50 to 125 per month, and many even get more, sure. A large number of high officials, railway companies. 15,000 a year. Hard to believe. Sounds like some sales pitch. Ooh. See, before cameras, everybody was sketching their own pictures. So you need some drawing equipment. Learn to be a sketch artist. Primitive sound recorders, gramophones, graphophone, primitive video machines. Oh, here we go, the instruments. You could get a piano organ for $65 or a $60 home favorite organ. You could get an Acme Queen Parlor organ. Look at all that stuff. Crazy. $27, so it's a little over an ounce of gold. So it might be like $3,000 today, and it makes about cents. Violins, is it that cheap? $3.50. And these ones are $17, $10. $12, $15. Nah, that must be a cheap one. Well, they're all kind of cheap. Yeah, you can get yourself a nice banjo for about $5. But, yeah, don't forget that's a quarter ounce of gold. Zithers. I never even heard of a zither. Roller organs. I thought that was like... Oh, harmonicas. Wow. Harmonicas used to be more popular. You got accordions. Ooh, harmonicas were kind of cheap. This way you get your children for Christmas. Get them a nice harmonica. 21 cents. Don't forget that extra penny. It's worth a lot. Get the cheap. You can get a harmonica for 7 cents. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. They got everything in here. Bells, triangles. Books. Now don't forget, before the internet, if you were trying to look something up, you need an encyclopedia. Magnificent $50 library, reference library. Preeminently the encyclopedia. Complete world-embracing textbook. Defensive and aggressive resources of the United States. They are elaborate articles on Cuba and her war with Spain, Venezuela, and the Monroe Doctrine, matters of political something of the Hawaiian Islands, full history of Japan, Spanish-American War. You got everything in here. You could become a learned individual. Nothing of world interest has been omitted. 12 large octavo volumes, 35,000 columns. So looks like they got just like histories and probably some op-eds. How much an encyclopedia cost? Because you gotta think, that was very important. And you could buy a whole library of knowledge with an encyclopedia. I remember when I was growing up, and I'm not even that old, household would have an encyclopedia. That way when your kids are studying and doing their homework and they got questions and trying to research something, you need to pull out the encyclopedias to find the answer. Or at least start your research. $5. Wow, good stuff. As I try not to damage the fine coins underneath here. Anyways, more books and things. Pens. Oh, here we go. Well, those are like whittling knives to sharpen your pencil, I think. Pretty cool. Oh, there's some nice boxes, chests. Oh, primitive bicycles. These are kind of brand new. $9. New 1902 bicycle. Why are they all ladies' bikes? We got the gents. Honestly, having that lower bar does make it a little easier to get on. But it is what it is. Tricycle. Primitive lanterns. I mean, batteries were kind of a new technology. I wonder if... searchlight, oil lamps. Now, that's kind of fascinating to me. The searchlight oil lamp. Very cool. And we see the pictures of old miners going into the mines with their lamps on their head. But I guess some of those were oil lamps. Pretty cool stuff. $1, $2, 60 cents. Here's a bell for a couple bells for your bike or whatnot. Maybe your mine cart. How cheap the guns were. That was expensive. I remember seeing at the beginning of the book it said $5 for a crappy shotgun, but those are more expensive. Here we go, $15. Yeah, it must have been the cheapest one they had. A real piece of junk, but here you go, $7. Imported. Made in China. Well, a lot more shotguns in here than I remembered. There we go, real piece of junk. A single shot. But you know what? Probably held up. Pretty cool, actually. You don't want to dry fire these, you'll break the hammer. Belgian. Ooh, look like Damascus barrels. Very cool. Muskets. See, this is the 1900 version, I think. 1902 edition. I wanted to get like maybe like a 1910, 15, or 20 because they were selling literally like Lugers. I think they're around $20. Repeating shotgun. That's a nice one. I think my grandpa actually has that. Actually, I think it was a Marlin. $18. Gun that won the West. $10. Half a gold ounce. I want to run out of room. I might run out of video if I'm not careful here. Look at that. You get some... now these weren't name brand. I don't think these were Smith & Wessons, were they? What does that say? I think these are not. Hammerless automatic. You know, these might be like Sears brand. Using a smaller manufacturer. I think the Colts and the Smiths were a little more money. There we go. By Harrington and Richardson. Wow, some of them are really cheap. These are probably a really small caliber. I mean, this is 22 short. 22 caliber, 32. It's probably 32 Smith & Wesson cartridge. Pretty weak stuff, but pretty cool. Look at the little barrel on that one. 32 caliber Smith & Wesson. Target pistols, Derringers. Nickel plated 41 caliber rimfire. That one's got a little more punch. Maybe. Ooh, I've always liked the look of these. It looks like a British Tranter, but it's not. Frontier revolver. I like the look of it. Here we go. Nice Colt automatic pistol for $18. And that was cutting edge. This is the 1902 version. So those were... It was before like the 1903 came out. Everybody knows the 1903 Colt. Crazy, crazy. Some primitive air rifles, I think. Yeah. 68 cents. Probably BB guns. But the Colt pistols are a little more money. $13, $11. Single action. So that's their most famous guns. How much do those cost? $13, $14. But you could get it. Those grips look fancy. Pearl handles. I don't need that. Ivory handles. Now that'd be cool. Get your ammo. Anyways, I'm not going to go through all this. Get your horse and buggies. $23. I think these are very early battery cars, maybe. I think so. It's a whole catalog. Carpets, horse covers. Scissors. How much were scissors? $2.50. Get some utility knives. See if we can find the pocket knives. Here we go. They were pretty cheap, I think. 48 cents, 50 cents. Nice stuff. Sears Spear Jack. Arn S&R Pocket Knife Company. Very cool stuff. Barber chairs. You can buy anything. Safes, $27. Very nice tables. Very nice tables for like $4. Solid oak with exquisite carving. Wow. You can't find stuff like that anymore. And at least not if it won't cost you like $1,000. I think there's clothing in the back, yeah. Pipes. We'll tie it all back here as we close, looking at our coinage, our money. I had another thought too, going to the store today. I don't carry enough cash around. I find myself using the debit card and the credit card way too often. I was thinking, back in the day when they only had cash and coin, currency and species, that must have restricted some level of business, because you didn't always have enough cash in your pocket because you had to go to the bank, you had to carry it on you. So if you didn't have enough in your pocket, you couldn't buy the item. That means when you go back home, you're probably not going to go back to the store. But if you got a credit card, you got like unlimited money. So if you're going in a store, you see something you really like, maybe it's $300, but heck, I'll just use the credit card. Of course, I don't have that much cash in my pocket, but whereas, back in these days, you could only really buy what you had in your wallet. I guess they had checkbooks, but I don't know how common that would have been in practical usage. I guess to some extent, if you had, I guess a lot of the general stores, you'd have a credit account on tab with the guy. Close your tab out. And I guess that's how they did it. But, yeah, what do you guys think? Was that interesting? Anybody want to see more stuff on the old-timey money when you take a silver dollar and buy 10 harmonicas? I need to get more of this stuff. More American gold. $5 rose. 1900. Almost the same year as that catalog. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below. Have a good one.